Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hard West with me, Bring It On. So off camera, I made a mistake. I had started playing, but I forgot to start recording. So I decided to restart the scenario, which means some of the stuff that we had last episode will be different this time because there's some RNG in the game. For instance, Warren no longer has mangled foot, he has shredded hand, which is a much worse injury. Minus 10 to aim is terrible. And then our cards are also different. Two of them are the same. The King of Diamonds we had last time, which gives us Beast Hearing and +4 Sight. And the Ten of Spades is also the same. It gives us Ricochet and +5 Aim. Jack of Diamonds is new. It gives us the Shadow Salve passive to regenerate when not in direct sunlight. Very powerful in nightmares. And also gives us +2 to defense. And we also have the Queen of Hearts, which gives us the Disguise passive. You're ignored by enemies in setup stage. And +2 movement. This is really, really good. Not for the mission we're about to go into, but some missions you have like a setup stage beforehand. We'll get into that later. I also decided to give Father the Holy Musket because he has better aim than Cheech does. I think by 5. Cheech has 60 base. Father has 65, but he has the monocle equipped as well. Yeah, let's go and jump into the mission. Proceed to combat. Everything else should be the same. Besides those things that I mentioned. So if Cheech dies, it will cost us money. Also, I could have gone to the church and cured the mangled hand that Warren has, but since I'm playing with combat injuries, there's a chance that after this mission, that'll turn into a buff. The damnation ailment that he has can't be cured. It has a black background to it, so any ailment that has a black background on the screen, I'll show, if I remember, I'll show it after this mission. Let's get him back over here behind full cover, since he can't shoot anybody anyway. He's just standing out in the open. Yeah, I think this is straight to kills him, yeah, because he's not behind cover. He doesn't get any damage reduction. Also, I'm using the Holy Musket, I'm testing the waters. If I feel like the goods from the Fate Trader are too powerful, I'll probably stop using them. Alright, only 3 enemies left. Alright, only 2 enemies left. There's a pretty good chance of hitting him. The Helmet Musket does feel a little powerful. I mean, 10 damage is nothing to shake a stick at. Though you survived the attack, Father was worried. He said you should build an underground escape tunnel in case of another attack, but he also wanted you to call the shots. Yeah, it was a good idea. Father said he'd take care of the materials and construction. Meanwhile, the bandits were attacking elsewhere. He ran to make sure Florence was safe. Florence's parents didn't survive the raid. He found her among the dead. Weeping, followed you home and never left. She never spoke of it, but brought fresh flowers to their house in their memory every week. While you were gone, your father had a visitor. A well-dressed gentleman with a peculiar accent seemed to appear out of nowhere. His magnificent cologne almost concealed his curious sulfur aroma. Could he be? No, that was madness. The gentleman was quite persuasive, convincing Father to spend most of his cash on a lucky amulet. He was fed up with struggling, running scared from bandits, crime lords, and the weather. He wanted the prospecting business to take off, fast. Still though, Father seemed loath to discuss the matter. He downplayed the power of the trinket, insisting it probably wouldn't work. Still, things improved. Father swiftly found new digging sites, and extraction was efficient. Soon he was able to buy a better mining license. Alright, what does the amulet do? +5 luck per turn. That's pretty good. We lost Cheech. We have Florence. Did I get any new cards? I did. So we have the Ace of Spades, the ability Prayer, grants random powerful bonuses, and the bonus +10 luck. Then 10 of Clubs. Ability Vengeance is a passive. Survive a fatal shot. If you kill your killer, you'll make it. Otherwise, you'll die. +5 aim. I'll give it to him for the aim. Give her the luck. Alright, so we have new stuff to check out. Also stuff to sell. The forest entrance. I don't think that's a mining location. As you traverse the forest, you spotted a rare albino rabbit. Hard time reading. Its skin would net a decent price. Albino rabbit's feet are a powerful good luck charm. The rabbit, for its part, sat still, so perhaps you were the valuable prey. Foolish as it sounded, you followed the rabbit, hoping to capture its good fortune. You followed the rabbit into the forest, but quickly lost track of the creature. Cursing your bad decision, you stumbled upon a cave whose markings indicated it was a worthwhile mining site. You marked it on your map and vowed to return. Anza. The site has been popular for placer rinsing, but no one seemed to want to go out after the deeper deposits. So the Mexican crime lord is now taking a cut of our profits. We're still making money. You realized too late that your gold had made the Mexican powerful. He demanded more and more of your profits. There was little way to stop him. Proud brave Florence went to parley with the criminal, hoping to appeal to his kinder nature. She knew you would never allow it, so left without telling you, leaving just a note. But the Mexican had no better nature to appeal to. Florence never returned. You immediately prepared to bust her out. Alright, so we need to go save her. Probably worth getting some more money first. Small bridge house. You came by a house of a poor family. The small bridges, they told you. They're trying to leave, saying this country was unsafe. Without money, they had little chance of preparing for even a short journey. He decided to lend them the necessary sum. He didn't really expect to ever get it back. They were very grateful, said they'd pray for you, which is a nice idea, but who are we kidding? Did he get a buff out of this? No, it's still a ailment. Watermill, excavation company, town. Let's go to town next. Alright, you visit a small frontier town, made up mostly by miners. One of the shops featured a selection of firearms. Check that out. I sell a couple of things as well. What does this do? Oh, it's 2 shots per turn. Alright, so remember this being really good as well. Probably grab that. Don't care for the Derringer or the Navy gun. Well, I do care for those, but we'll get rid of that. Alright, so pay for information for additional mining spots, special mining tools. Let's do both of those. So we can hire another person for our posse. So you inquired about special mining tools. Learned about several specialists who might be able to help you out. Then you paid for information about additional mining spots. At this point, you've been pointed towards several spots which could contain gold. Alright, so let's go mine some more. The site had been very popular back when prospecting was new in these parts. The most had given up on it. Splits through this real fast. We want to get to 200 gold so we can hire that other guy. At least before we go save Florence. The shovel pit had been abandoned once the placer deposit started being exhausted. The hard rock proved too hard. Now we're gonna do it anyway. We're guaranteed to make money no matter what. We could make more money if we did stuff like this. A local entrepreneur, Falk Lange, opened a mine several years ago. Now that he was retired, he was willing to sell his knowledge on hard rock gold mining. Really expensive though. But it will net you the biggest profits. If you have that amount laying around. Alright, Dalton's site. It was an active site some time ago, with works focusing on the deeper and hard rock mining. But no one seemed to bother with the placer deposits. Start there. Tax just keeps going up, man. It's absurd. Alright, let's hire this guy. Or the taxes are at 100%. You hired a young miner to help in prospecting. You welcomed him on board. For as long as he was around, he helped your operations, increasing your mining income by 10%. At Douglas. Alright, so we're done here. Do I have 2 guns to give him? I do. And he starts with a gun too. Who has better aim? 40. He does. Yeah, he might be better off with the shotgun, honestly. Okay, excavation company. The excavation site and floodgate were being used by the company owned by Chris Jordan. The main source of income, however, was training fees. Can't afford any of that. Mining partnership. Maxime Bourgois led a massive enterprise that rented out portable stamp mills. Mills crushed quartz, allowing hard rock deposits to be collected the same way deeper deposits were obtained. let you extract deeper deposits using surface methods. So these allow you to basically do two things for the price of one. It's like when you go to a mining location, you have three options. This one will allow you to knock out two with one. So it saves you some money, and you get the rewards for both of those two. So I think this one lets you do 2 and 3. The ones that cost 40 and 100 at the same time. Dilapidated mining company. The company was nearly bankrupt, but it still rented out the drills it had used back when it was a going concern. Casey McCrum still ran the operation. The rentals were letting him get the business afloat again. McCrum's drills allowed miners to collect hard rock gold and place their deposits all at once. This allows you to collect 1 and 3. So the $15 and the $100 deposits at the same time. So I mean, this does save you money. It'd be worth grabbing. Like at the dig, yeah. So it looks like we still have a couple places to mine. Alright, so hydraulic mining. You could have rented a hydrojet to move the deeper gold deposits to the surface. The partners that operated it, Mitch Brummel and Nathan Benzer, made a small fortune selling the device. So I assume this lets us move the combine the $15 and the $40 mining. It's really cheap. Pharmaceutical shop. The shop featured all kinds of drugs and chemicals. Old Deacon Spires took great care to keep plenty of copper slabs and mercury pots on hand. Miners used them to quickly acquire placer gold and deep gold. This technique, while expedient, often resulted in accidental poisonings. Let's do this one. Alright, the dig had been prepped, but never started. Everyone said it was bad luck to touch this ground. It's unconventional methods. They used the drill to collect hard rock gold along with the placer deposits. Drills crushed the quartz and made the hard rock stones as simple to clear as the deeper ones. Alright, Carter's mining up. Though he never got the operation running, but Carter paid a hefty sum for this place. Must have been something down there. That was a blitz. Really, we don't need much more money. So I'm not worried about getting the bonuses to our income. Alright, to the water mill. The abandoned mill held a puzzling scene. Two identical twins. One holding a gun, the other shot dead. Seen their face on a wanted poster, but just one of them. When he saw your gun, the shooter dropped his and claimed innocence, saying he shot his murderous brother in self-defense. He offered you the gun. Yeah, let's let him go and keep the gun for ourselves. We can always sell it if we don't want it. You inspected the gun. Craftsmanship was simply magnificent. Alright, so remember being a huge fan of the harmonica gun? He has 10 shots. Basically the same stats, just with a higher magazine size. So yeah, no reason not to use that. All right, small bridge house. Did we already do this? Yeah, it was clear the small bridge family had left the area. The house stood empty, except for a few things they left behind. It was impossible to tell whether they left them on purpose or forgot about them in haste. The Lucky Horseshoe. This Lucky Horseshoe grants 20% more luck than regular horseshoes, plus 20% max luck. Or just plus 20 max luck. I think that's better. Alright, to the crevice. As you scouted the country, you came across a narrow crevice. You could have climbed through it, but it would have been A difficult challenge. Unless you came well prepared, it'd be all too easy to sustain a serious injury. Climb down. The climb is long and tiring. As you near the top, your foot slipped, resulted in a serious injury. Face mutilation. Got a natural cavern that had rocks indicating a good chance for gold deposits. You marked it on your map. So what does that do? -1 max HP and -20 luck. We're down 2 HP. Do I want to risk? Oh, this one we can't get rid of either. Got a black background. Well, shoot. Alright, to the Treasure Trove. The place of gold had been excavated. The deeper gold exhausted completely. Rumor had it there was still a hard rock deposit to be had. Alright, it looks like we've done most everything. This has 5 damage. It's a pretty big upgrade. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I will sell these for now. I'm gonna see about fixing our face, because I don't think that could become a buff. You sought healing. Do I get to choose? I don't want his hand fixed. I think it does. I think it just cures everything. Darn it. It's not what I wanted. Oh well. I will live with it. Alright, let's jump into Mexican Town. Well, let me make sure I did everything else first. It looks like we did. All these are just upgrades for mining. Yeah, we mined everything. I could go to the Fate Trader, like we have plenty of money. I don't want to make it too easy. That was where Florence was being held. He went on to rescue her. Yep, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I believe this one has a setup stage.
You talked with Florence through a barred window. To get her out, you'd need the key. This same key could also be used to lock the guards inside the house.
Alright, so this mission starts with a setup stage. Enemies don't expect an attack and won't shoot on sight. So you may have noticed this heat gauge here. Also on like the inventory screen on the map. Heat determines how fast enemies will notice you during the setup stage. But it also affects how long you can subdue the enemies. So I'll showcase here. I think we have to go through the courtyard. Yeah, this area is blocked off. I remember this mission a little bit. So he shouldn't be noticed. He has disguise. So enemies should not notice him as he walks around. He can just do the whole mission by this whole part by himself. I don't need to subdue anybody. But I'm going to anyway. Well, maybe not yet. Actually, I might just keep the father back here. Or put him back this way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because he has all the range, the holy musket. Warren can just walk right in here and grab the key. So, disguise is very powerful for these missions, and it's one of my favorite cards.
Yours. You could release her right away, or first lock the guards inside to make sure they didn't try to stop you.
Alright, so you almost always want to do the side objectives. Because you usually get rewards for it, like cards or whatever, so... Enemies aren't going to notice us, so we can just, Oh, Cheech does know us. I don't know which one Cheech is. Oh, it's this guy. I'm pretty sure it's him. Alright, so we're going to subdue with him. Or, well, on the next turn. Normally this guy would see us, we'd have to subdue him. So if you subdue, as we're going to do right here, he's subdued for 4 turns, because we have 4 heat. So we don't have to stand here, like we can walk in front of him and he won't alert anybody for, well, 3 more turns now. Nothing I really need to do here, I guess. Let's move. And have him loop around and lock the other door. That's going to lock these other enemies inside. You don't get experience for killing enemies. There's no reason to kill more enemies than you have to. Just keep subduing with that guy. Easy peasy.
All the doors were locked tight with the master key. Getting away would be much easier now.
Alright, we're gonna start killing people this turn. Just to hasten things along.
Vengeance was yours.
In fact... Gonna take care of that guy too. Gets 2 shots with this gun per turn. Take care of that guy. And it's just 2 enemies we have to worry about. Cheech inside there. These guys can't come out the building. Then this guy right here. I don't know if there's anything in metal for me to bounce my ricochet off of. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna use prayer here for a random buff. So we got blessed sight. I don't think there's a way to actually see what buff we have and what it does. Let's get Florence out of here.
At last, Florence was free. Now all you had to do was dispatch the guards outside.
Alright, so there's one in this courtyard over here, and there's one inside that building there. She has a gun on her person, but I don't want to put her in danger because she doesn't have any cards or anything. The guys inside are still a threat because they can't see outside. But they shouldn't prove to be too much of a issue. I don't know how to end my turn. Don't do that. Alright, have him run all the way up here. Oh, there is a attack of opportunity. Kind of. If you get within a certain range, you get an automatic attack against the enemy. Or they get an automatic attack against you if you enter this red circle. Is there an end turn option? Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Florence was free, and there was no one left to pursue you.
Heck yeah. Yeah, disguise is very, very powerful. Alright, reunited again. Two of you returned home, safe and sound. A few days later, Father came to you in a panic with the amulet. It was falling apart in his hands. It appeared Father had been cheated by the strange gentleman, who had been so devilishly convincing. Nice choice of words. No one can meddle with the balance of the world and get away with it. Ever onwards, Father was jinxed by the cursed trinket. Forevermore, he brought bad luck wherever he went. Alright, so now we're affected by the curse, -5 luck per turn. Which is not great. We got the 10 of hearts, so we got the golden bullet. Active ability. Fire bullet that shoots through everything and is sure to hit anything. I think gives you +5 aim. He needs more aim. In fact, Feel like that. So now he has a pair. We also got the Jack of Hearts, so we got Shadow Kill, which is an active ability. Ravage an enemy not produced by sunlight. It gives you +2 defense. I give her the luck because she has less health. I'll probably fiddle with this off camera and try and get the best bonuses that we can. With that in mind, we do need to equip her. We'll probably swing by the store and give her some, buy her some guns. And the next one. Yeah, I think we're done mining here as well. We should almost be done with the scenario. If I'm not mistaken. We run out of places for landmarks to pop up. Alright, but I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we will find a way to lift the curse and proceed. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.